I really can't think of anything to say about this JAMIS, or is it JAMIS mountain bike, so I won't say anything at all. I'm just bullshitting. I can always think of some shit to say. So this is an aluminum JAMIS. It's the XC, which stands for XC, and it's the 1.0, which stands for 1.0. And it's a good bike because if you're riding down the street like this, people can know what kind of bike it is. But if you're popping a wheelie, then they can also see what kind of bike it is because it says it here. That's what you call the wheelie logo. You know, because if you're popping a wheelie, then this logo is going to look like this and people will be like, what does that say? But then this logo looks like this. See? So this has SRAM derailleur, and in the back, an Altus derailleur. And unfortunately, it seems like there's a little bit of a derailleur cable malfunction, in that it has been overcome by what's called iron oxide, which is commonly known as rust. So this cable done got rusty, and then it broke, which means that you're stuck in this gear, which is the hardest gear. But on the bright side, this gear is in the easiest gear, so you can probably have fun riding this bike anyway. It's got a nice long stem, nice wide handlebars. This looks like a roomy, comfortable bike. An aluminum frame, which is good because if nobody buys the bike, they'll give me a little bit more for it at the scrapyard than if it was steel. SR Suntour suspension fork, which I think might be leaking at the bottom because it was really greasy before I cleaned it. Big ass knobby tires. I mean, this looks like just pretty much what they call a hardtail because it's soft in front. You know, like suspension in the front, but hardtail in the rear. So this looks like a fun bike to ride. I'm not gonna ride it though. Who has time for that? But it's got a lot of gears. The hubs are Formula hubs, alloy wheels, 26-inch. Tires are a little janky. This seat's a little torn, and it's wet too. I hope it dries out by tomorrow. I'm gonna try and sell it tomorrow. Look at this. Why is this seat so wet? It's wet because it's been sitting in the rain in my driveway for a week, and because I just cleaned it at the car wash. But you should have seen it before I cleaned it. It was so filthy. Nobody would have bought this bike. Now it's just like a nice clean bike that has a few problems, but back then, an hour ago, it was horrible. Got a spider. Hi, Mr. Spider. Wait, am I zoomed in on the spider? There it is. See? Ow! While I'm zooming in on the spider, another bug came and bit me on the arm. I don't think it bit me. So sorry for that poor camera operation. How does a spider ride a mountain bike? Which legs does it use? Because it has 8 legs, right? So I guess it would use 2 here and 2 there, but then how does it decide which ones to use? Huh, Mr. Spider? Like, can you clear that up for me? Don't jump onto my hand, buddy. That's a small spider, but it could probably bite my face off. So up here you have Side Deck Plus. Here, I'll put my shadow over it. Wow, the shadows are terrible today. Side Deck Plus shifters, Shimano V-brakes, or Shimano V-brake levers and Tektro brakes. This is your JAMIS logo. These forks have awesome graphics on them. There's a lot of berries on the ground and a Corona bottle cap. It's got this really gorgeous red, I don't know if this is paint or powder coat or what it is, but it's sort of this like translucent, and I think with age it kind of gets these little lines in it. Gives it a texture to it. It looks like basically like a candied apple. I don't know, you know, candied apples are kind of stupid because you bite through the candy and then you just have an apple. But the visual of a candy apple is this beautiful translucent red. So they really got that right. And the black parts kind of set it off. So this bike, I don't think it's really anything special in the pantheon of bikes, but I like it. You know, and my friend here, Mr. Spider, he seems to like it. You know, he seems to want to ride it. I'm not sure if his legs are long enough. It's red, it's black, it's a hardtail. It's big, it's roomy, it's comfortable. It's made of 6061 T6 aluminum, whatever that means. It doesn't have a cartridge bottom bracket, but they gotta cut corners somewhere, and these pedals are kind of cheap. Well, I took the other pedal off to put the bike on the bike rack, but I have it. So all this bike really needs is a couple of cables, a seat, maybe get rid of the spider. Tires hold air. And I'm not saying you're gonna be bombing down some ski hill on it or anything, but just for like pedaling around town, can't go wrong. And I'm gonna sell it cheap too. So hopefully within a day or two, somebody will be riding this bike around. And Mr. Spider seems to have made peace with the bike and dropped off of it. So I guess he won't be riding it. But somebody will, and they are gonna love it to death. I don't love it to death, I love it halfway there. Thanks for watching.